some police reform bill sent to Joe Biden, and hopefully, although I would imagine highly unlikely, it will be even remotely sufficient. But here is Brian Kilmeade on the anniversary of the killing of George Floyd. Here is Kilmeade sort of saying that, sometimes it's not the crime, but rather the response, which is really the danger to society.
19 children in Minneapolis have been shot this year, an increase of 171% over the same period in 2020. The relatives wonder where the protesters are. Why ain't nobody mad about a 10-year-old, my grandson, fighting for his life, asked Cherie Jennings, also another grandmother at May 17th mayoral event, because a cop didn't shoot him. That is the answer. So right now, as horrific as George Floyd's death was, our reaction's been worse.
Brian, let me tell you right now what's amazing. The George Floyd death was horrific. But what is amazing is all this crime in Democratic cities. The biggest mouths who are complaining about this racial injustice. In Democratic cities where people of color are running the government, you have black on black crime, you have attacks on police officers, and where's Al Sharpton? Where's Black Lives Matter? Do you ever see them when there's black on black crime?
There it is, of course, the problem with George Floyd's killing by the state, by the people that we pay to supposedly keep people safe. The real problem with that is that we now have black on black crime.
It's like so lazy. They've been doing it for same black on black crime. I mean, decades at this point. This is what the talking point's been, and it doesn't matter that violent crime. I think recently there has been some sort of spike, maybe due to the fact that people were in economic desperation, at least in the short term. But on the whole, on the average, has been on the decline for many, many years, murders, etc. The Democrat cities, the Democrat-run cities don't get credit for that. When that happens, it's only just, to gin this up.
Well, and if folks are so concerned there, I would suggest let's reorient the police to where their only job is to solve murders. Let's put it that way. We can start with there because we have, only about 20% of the murders in this country are actually ever solved anyways. But it is an interesting take. Not interesting, but it is, like you say, a banal take that they deploy all the time. Which is, why are you complaining about the fact that we have the paid agents of the state killing people needlessly? Why are you complaining about that when there's other people killing other people? That is what that breaks down to. The idea that we could do anything materially about violence amongst civilians without first addressing the fact that the people who are supposed to protect civilians are actually responsible for killing them. I mean, good luck with that.
Yeah, the increase in the crime rate could be troubling. Also troubling is the increase in the things that lead to crime rate. And we should address those.
Indeed. I mean, and look, I'm quite convinced that COVID itself, the going through a pandemic is bound to have these type of sort of knock-on effects, which isn't to say that it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. But we clearly, the millions upon millions of dollars spent on the police obviously are not having any impact. And so we need to reform the police in some fashion. All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back in just a moment. We'll be talking to Dean Spade, Associate Professor of Law at Seattle University and author of Mutual Aid, Building Solidarity During This Crisis and the Next. We'll be right back after this.